Hello, we hope. Hello, good evening, everybody. Back on track with our live streams after missing last weekend because, of course, we were at the fabulous vegan camp out.
Yes.
In fact, the girls had been on stage an hour and a half now last week.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh, no. Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Half an hour. The girls had been on stage half an hour, so they just about finished their opening set and were ready to introduce the acts onto the stage.
It was awesome, of course. If you've seen the Vegan Camp Out vlog, or the Vegan Queens highlights, you will have a taste of what we experienced at Vegan Camp Out last weekend. We'll probably talk about it a little bit on tonight's live stream.
You kind of have to. It was you're living in a vegan village for a weekend.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, it didn't do my groin any good. For those of you that don't know, I've had a groin injury for about 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
No idea how it happened. Well, I think it might have happened at Stockport Pride, because for those of you that don't know, drag queens tuck. It means
Google it.
all our bits get shoved underneath, and to be frank for a second, testicles go back inside like sumo wrestlers do, exactly the same thing, so that you're flat, completely flat.
There you go. You don't even need to Google it now.
I didn't tuck at Stockport Pride, and I think I might have damaged myself doing that. So I've been coping with this groin injury. Thought I had arthritis, panicked like buggery. Went to see a physio. He had me doing had my legs up in all kinds of ways, so it were rude. And then said to me, "No, you've injured your groin. What you've done? You've got a classic footballer's injury." And I was like, "Oh, well, butch." Anyway, I've coped with it, but of course, being at vegan camp out, you're in fields and on rocky, dusty roads, and it's all uneven.
Yeah.
However, the first night when I tucked properly with my new Temu knickers and my tights and my panty girdle, I couldn't feel a thing. No pain, and I wasn't even aware that I was injured.
But not on the second night.
Not on the second night. I must have tucked different.
It's random. It's so random. And obviously kind of very aware whilst we were at the festival that Paul/Gemini was struggling with a groin injury, but battled through like a trooper.
Yes, I hope none of you noticed who watched us at mind you, I talked about Gemini talked about it
briefly.
She was like, "Oh, I've got a chafe minge." She only said that after 10 o'clock though. Right, let's tell you about the food. So we've got Quorn, Yorkshire ham and English mustard sandwich. We've got a Walls vegan sausage roll. We've got some VFC popcorn chicken. We've got homemade potato salad. I boiled up some new potatoes today in their skins. And then I've mixed in mayonnaise, lemon juice, salt and pepper, and fresh chopped chives. We've got Higgidy sweet potato katsu lattices. We've got pimento stuffed olives, a bit of rocket, and some baby plum tomatoes. So there you go.
Fabulous. It's a classic plate.
It's a plate.
I'd say, to be honest with you, it's quite a fancy plate. There's quite a lot of diversity there. It's a nice mixed bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect for tonight. Yeah. Perfect for the weather that we've been having for the last week. Longer than a week. This is our summer. This is it. So we may as well enjoy it while we can. But yeah, I wanted to just also highlight, and then I realised that it was covering the food up whilst she was explaining the food. Sophie says, "I was at VCO last week watching the Queens and Jason's set. You were all amazing."
Oh, thank you,
Thank you, Sophie. That's really appreciated. But yeah, welcome one, welcome all. If you're relatively new, I'm Jason. This is Paul. We're those vegan guys.
Yes, I should have said that right at the start, really, shouldn't I?
It's all good. It's good to mix it up now and again a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, and we do our lives in this order: Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So tonight's Saturday, 8:30 mukbang. Next week will be Friday in the lounge, 9 p.m. The week after will be Sunday, 3 p.m. in the kitchen, probably cooking something.
Yes.
We try and keep it as diverse as we can.
We do.
I've wasted an hour tonight arguing with somebody on YouTube and then ended up blocking them because they weren't listening, and I can't be arsed with people who say. So it was on my vlog. I did a little reel good while ago saying that there was a theory that people who eat meat also eat the trauma and the fear that the animal felt whilst it was being slaughtered. Now, it makes complete, in fact, there's Harvard studies that prove that point, because when we feel fear and experience trauma, all beings, our brains release certain chemicals that permeate into every muscle in our body to enable the fight or flight response. So of course they stay in the body. It's like you shouldn't need a study. Anyway, this guy was like, this is bullshit, and I was like, prove it. And he said, no, you prove it, you've said it, it's your theory. And I was like, no, it's a theory, not mine. But it's one that I believe, and here's why. Now that's bullshit. Here's a study from Harvard that proves about the chemicals. No, that's bullshit. All right, here's another study from Harvard. No, that's you just want to win an argument. I'm like, I'm not arguing. You are.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the end, I blocked him. So if you're watching, do some research. I did loads for you there. I found you loads of links and you ignored them all because you wanted to win an argument. I wasn't arguing with you. I was trying to educate you. And now I don't ever want to speak to you again in my life because you showed me who you were and I believe you. And that's why I blocked you. Bye-bye.
It's called a hypothesis. It's quite simple to wrap your head around, really.
Humans.
Anyway, on a brighter note, you'd think after all these years we'd learn. Do you know what I mean? And I say we.
I like to try and talk to people, though, and hope that they'll go, oh, wow, yeah, that Harvard study does prove that horrible chemicals go all around our bodies when we're in fear or trauma. And there's the point proved.
Yeah. I want to shout out to Kelsey, who says, oh my God, I finally made it to a stream. Love you guys. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Kelsey.
And I also, before I pour us some wine and start on this lovely plate of food.
Oh, we missed loads there.
No, I scrolled up and then scrolled back down again. Okay. We've not missed too much. I also wanted to shout out to our wonderful friend and mod, Ashley. Thank you for being here, as always. It's always appreciated. So yeah, wonderful. Should I pour us some wine?
I would love some. Let's show the wine. This is from Tesco's, £5.75.
Yeah, I think it's around six quid, I think, give or take.
It's this lovely Chianti.
Yeah, it's
lovely. It's a gorgeous wine.
Oh, Karen says, loved watching you at VCO. Thank you, Karen. It was a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. Whilst we're on the subject.
You didn't stop, young man. Jason was an absolute legend, by the way, for the entire camp out. Not only did he do an amazing set of his own songs, which are all brilliant, on the Sunday night, he looked after us girls and did the computer and did the karaoke and panicked when it went down on the Sunday with us all. But he was there and he was a legend for the entire weekend.
Bless you. Thank you. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. Yeah, Mandy. Yeah, the food does look amazing, doesn't it? It's quite. I've got a fork somewhere for the potato salad, at least. Might just be the potato salad, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one because vegan camp out. There's so much to see and do, and inevitably, I'm sure there's some people who go with like a timetable. Like either in paper form or on their phones, so they hit all the main things that they want to see and they do it meticulously. I think also equally there's a lot of people that probably leave vegan camp out and are always a little bit like, oh, I wish we'd have seen that, or I wish we'd have done more, but there's so much to see and do. There really is. I think this year, is it fair? It's fair.
Beat me to it. I was waiting for a gap, but she's not left one yet. Go on, carry it.
It's fair to say that
I'm joking.
There was more diversity than ever before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
2 open stages.
Yeah.
There was the Hemp Redemption stage, which was open all day for anyone to go and do poetry. There was our stage. Unfortunately, because we had the karaoke and the acts, we had to structure our acts. So we only had 5 per night. Well, we only had 4 on the Sunday night because one had to drop out. She had whooping cough, bless her. So we had 5 on the Saturday, 4 on the Sunday, but we had to kind of say, right, you're on at this time and you've got 20 minutes, because we wanted to give people an opportunity. We couldn't have that free flow. That was for the karaoke. But everyone loved it. Yeah, there was a guy up here, and he's right, piqued my interest. Where is he? Here, Matty. Currently baking some salt and pepper bread. Matty, what? Salt and pepper bread.
And Matty says, loved meeting you at VCO and watching all the acts in the After Dark in the Mind and Body tent. Everyone was fabulous. Weren't they? Weren't they just brilliant?
Matty, are you on Facebook? If so, could you please send me the recipe and the method for the salt and pepper bread?
Salt and pepper bread sounds fantastic. It does.
It really does, doesn't
yeah,
it?
It does.
You know, we're big bread freaks. I mean, we're northern, so bread all the way. Oh, Natalie enjoyed seeing us at VCO too.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, Natalie. Thank you.
So everybody that's in the chat and in the community tonight on the live that was at VCO, wasn't it fantastic? And also, thank you so much for being there, for the support. Craig and Linda, Ashley and Tom, everyone else that was there. Ashley, my only regret, well, no, I've got 2 regrets from Vegan Camp Out. One regret is that I didn't take earplugs, because the sleep deprivation was a real thing. And by the time it got to Sunday, we were both exhausted. And the only other regret was that I didn't pass you the camera and just give you that to just do a bit of filming in my set.
I said to him the other day, I said, we had, as part of our crew, we had Ashley and Tom there. At any point, we could have handed them the camera and said, just catch.
My fault.
All bits. It's not your fault.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you do actually try and, all right, I need to be in control of this sometimes.
I am a little bit of I have a hard time delegating.
Let go a little bit.
Yeah.
Natasha, thank you for the lovely words. We really appreciate that you enjoyed. Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you, Natasha. Oh, for anyone that's interested, by the way, some of you eagle-eyed will have spotted, this is the Dark Fire Kimchi hot sauce that we replenished whilst we were at.
We bought 2 bottles. We're already a third of the way through. In fact, we're halfway through.
About halfway through, yeah, to be fair. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
Great stuff.
Oh, can I have some, please, good sir?
Of course.
Kind sir, nice man. Jim Larson, do you guys love Vegan Festival? As in the Vegan Camp Out, or general vegan festivals like the Northern Vegan Festival that we have twice a year? The answer would be yes to both.
Yeah. They're great.
Thank you, babes.
They serve they serve multiple purposes. Any kind of vegan festival brings a lot of vegan people together who are like-minded. It supports small independent businesses. It gives people an opportunity to receive further education. It galvanizes your commitment and your dedication to saving the animals, or saving as many animals as you can.
And when it comes to Vegan Camp Out, it allows you to live in a fully vegan village for a weekend and to feel what that's like. Nothing but vegan goods and vegan food around. No meat you have to avoid. Everything is vegan. You can go to any stall and buy anything.
Yeah.
And it's vegan. At the end, like we said earlier, the diversity this year at Vegan Camp Out was absolutely incredible. The Hemp Redemption stage and the opportunities that gave people, that belongs to Morbius Loop, who I've never seen. I've never seen Morbius Loop.
They're very good. I've never seen them live. I've seen bits of videos and stuff that they put on.
I know, but I want to see them live.
Yeah, they're very good.
Snippets myself. I want to see them at some point, but we didn't have a chance this year because when we weren't plotting, planning, or preparing, we were either eating, having a little walk around, or resting at the tent. We rested a lot at the tent. We kind of had to, especially with my injury.
Yeah, balancing those energy levels. We will, by the way, and we've got 116 in the house already. That's wonderful. Thank you, one and all.
Oh, if you could all give us a thumbs up, If we could get over 100 thumbs up before 30 minutes,
Oh,
that'd
make my weekend.
tickle my boobs, that would.
Yeah, Adam says his mate's band played the music stage on the Saturday. They're called the Scumbags.
Oh, nice one,
Nice
Adam.
one, Adam.
Adam, I noticed your earlier post about UFOs and the theories. Aren't there some really? Because there's also a theory, you know, about for just a much more advanced race of humans who knew about the 6,000-year cycle, which is when the Earth usually kind of resets. Maybe the poles change places, or we have an ice blast not too dissimilar from the day after tomorrow. This is all science, by the way. You can check this out yourself. That at some point an advanced species was like, right, we need to get underground to avoid that happening to us. And so there are, so many folk.
So many.
Eric, can't stop lying. Thank you for the lovely compliment about our performances. Is that just from the video, or were you there? I hope you weren't there and I never got a chance to hug you, mate. Or did I hug you?
There was a lot of hugs that weekend, wasn't there?
Oh, David, I've got a very interesting theory about ghosts. So I'll tell you. I believe that when we as humans go through, funnily enough, high emotions or trauma or really significant moments in our life, I think that records somehow that those energies remain and people sense them or even see them later, and that's what we call ghosts. That's what I believe.
I think that's
I'm glad it was just the video, Eric, because I would have loved to have shook your hand and given you a man hug and said, hey brother, hiya.
Yeah, we did do a little meet-up at Vegan Camp Out though, just for sort of like half hour, 40 minutes, which was really nice to meet a whole bunch of folk. But then also equally, I can appreciate some people get a bit kind of a bit anxious or a bit nervous around stuff like that. So equally, I do understand why some might not have kind of come to the meetup.
Yeah. Tony, we have a PO box. It's listed in the about section of our page on YouTube. It's also in the description of every video, I think. It's still there. Yeah, well, we have a PO box. And thank you for thinking of us. That's really nice of you.
Yeah, anyone can come to Vegan Camp Out. Oh, you guys are on form tonight, Flanny and Adam.
Flanny, I totally get where Andy's coming from, Deb, with the whole pyramids thing. And I think I kind of, from the huge amount of stuff I've watched about the pyramids, I do believe that they were never meant to be tombs. I do think that they were in some way power generators. That's just my belief. Jason mentioned there's been a video. It's actually been online for a good few months now.
Yeah.
But you only saw it recently, didn't you? Someone hang gliding over the pyramids, and on the very top of the biggest one, there are hieroglyphs. Why? On the very top.
Yeah, fascinating.
Like underneath where the capstone would have been. Oh, can I show you my new T-shirt, by the way? It's the cat version of the Scream painting. I am so in love with it. Andy, the Scream theme carries on around the back.
It's very cool.
Just twinged my groin there doing that. Do you like?
Yeah. But yeah, the pyramids, UFOs, all that stuff, fascinating. We've been fascinated by it for years and years.
James, there's only one warm bit, and that's the chicken things. Everything else is cold. So
Will and Chris are in the house. Will and Chris, hope
hi,
you're both
Will and Chris.
Awesome. We missed you at
hi,
Vegan
daddies.
Camp Out. We totally we did. We missed you. I think we all collectively missed you guys, and Adam as well. You know, because we had such a great time last year, didn't we? We really did. But also, we're very aware that, you know, people's lives change. We were dissing Adam for putting his family before us. Joking, obviously.
Simon, I'm so glad you had a good time at Brighton Pride. It's one the Queens would love to perform at one day. Love to.
Yes. David loves that t-shirt, Paul. And Matty wants to know where you got it from. Oh my God, where did you get that t-shirt? I love it. I want it.
I actually got it off Temu. Which is much, can I just say, because a lot of people are down on Temu. No, I think people are mainly down on Shein.
Shein is the main one, I think, yeah.
Temu is a bit like Amazon. It's individual sellers. Like, lots of people sell on there. So, yeah.
Oh, are you still here? Like, what are you even saying? What are you talking about, Troll of Truth? Like, if you're going to comment and not get blocked, at least comment and make sense.
There you go. Bye, Troll.
Oh dear. You know what? I don't even have a problem. I don't even have a problem with people coming who aren't vegan. I don't have a problem with people who are right-wing, Republican. If they can sit down and have a sensible conversation, I'll have a conversation with anybody, me. But when they start talking gibberish and nonsense, a bit like that orange puppet, when it don't make no sense, what's the point? It's like it's like just having a discussion with a brick wall, isn't it? Or a bar of soap.
People are strange when they're strangers.
I'm going to possibly get back.
Yorkshire ham-style corn and English mustard.
Going to possibly get back to the whole UFO conversation later on because it does fascinate me. But once I start talking about it, I don't want to stop. But I'll be honest, because it's not something that I talk about an awful lot. I think we were both very aware coming back from Vegan Camp Out that we would inevitably have the post-festival blues. What I wasn't prepared for was all of the crap that's been going on in the UK, which has, I think, coming back, I was a little bit more sensitive to it all. I think, Paul, it's fair to say you probably was as well. Having come back from such a beautiful weekend surrounded by some awesome people.
I put it in our post today on Facebook.
Yeah, it's my mental health has not been great for the last couple of days, to be honest with you. And I'm just sort of starting to turn a corner a little bit now and starting to feel a little bit better because of the upsurge of people who are against all this right-wing nonsense and people who are standing outside mosques, like, you know, Nans against Nazis and stuff like that. It restores my faith in humanity a little bit. It really does. So, you know, if you are feeling similar out there in this wonderful community, as empaths, you know, we often say on the channel, don't we, when you take your blinkers off and you see the animals suffering, you see everything.
David James, Nigel Farage, Tommy Robinson, Andrew Tate. They're the main three instigators of all this that's going on in the country at the moment, by assuming it was an immigrant and we weren't being told the truth. And Paul Logan is largely to blame for the absolute hate that the female boxer who has DSD is getting at the moment, with everyone calling her a man. We've been on a blocking spree. I've blocked family members.
Same.
Just like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. If you're going to share hate, I'm done with you. And don't ever speak to me in the street again either. Done.
Yeah.
Show me who you are and I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Oh, that's great to read. Will and Chris. Yeah, good, thanks. Growing every day and running us ragged, but it's worth it. Responded to Julie, but it's good to read. And I agree with you, Athena. Brick walls and bars of soap are actually useful, though. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah. We've been going through it, haven't we? We've been going through it. And me and Paul were chatting in the car earlier on today, and we were just saying, you know, we've all got supercomputers in our pockets these days. Those people, I used to have a lot more patience. Those people within society who don't have critical thinking and don't have enough of an IQ to just do some basic research for like 5 minutes. I'm done. I'm done with you. It's 2024. We've got modern technology at the tip of our fingers.
Yeah, you can Google anything and find reliable sources for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Dead easy.
Yeah.
No excuse.
On a brighter note, you know what I watched the other night, and we would highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. Filthy Little Letters.
Oh, it's good.
If you want a refreshing,
it's good,
fabulous comedy, but really heartfelt story woven in there as well.
Filthy dirty bitch.
So good. Honestly, if you've got a similar sense of humor to us, and our sense of humor is a bit warped and a bit dark sometimes, Filthy Little Letters, it's absolutely brilliant. Highly recommended.
Yeah, it's amazing. Natalie, completely, we get it. It's like, and it was really magnified coming back from VCO, because we had that beautiful weekend, and then we came back to right-wing thuggery in our streets.
Yeah.
Hate, just pure hate. Blame, being, it was just, all of it was just like really. I didn't lose it on the way home from VCO, though I normally do, looking at the animals in the fields, but I avoided looking mostly because we were on the M6, the biggest car park in Britain.
Yeah. Will, honestly, I think you'll love it.
Took us 4 hours to get home.
Speaking of which, I said to Paul, the drive home was ridiculous, but it was made considerably more comfortable with the delight that is Quentin the Cash Guy. Can't deny that.
V, where did you get the V Bites cheesy with apricot from? From their website, or is it in a supermarket or a shop? Or very interested. I like a cheese with a bit of fruit.
Oh, Tracy. I nearly spurted then. Tomato juice all over the place.
Flanny.
Oh.
The Favourite. Was that the one where she played the Queen? Because we loved that too, but I can't remember the name of the film. Was that it? Did you just look at me? Look at me! How dare you!
She's an absolute force, isn't she?
She's brilliant.
So good.
She's brilliant.
Oh, I'm going to highlight that. Tracy, honestly, we feel you. We really do feel you. You know, I can't even begin to imagine. We said this a few weeks ago. That it's like, you know, we remember sometimes that there's people just like us that are living in America that are looking around at what's going on and just thinking, how did we get to this point? Like, seriously, how did we get to this point? It's balmy, absolutely balmy.
I said not so long back, and I'll say it again, I love that Carmela is running. Love that. Always loved Carmela. Actually really missed seeing her. She used to be on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
In Congress until she became VP, and then you don't see people when they become VP. Well, we don't.
You don't see a lot of the VPs.
We
don't. No.
So I was buzzed to hear that she was running. If she runs with Pete Buttigieg, well, that would make my life.
I tell you what,
I love that man.
We might move to America.
Him and her
together. Yeah, absolutely. It's time to step up, innit? It's time to step up and sort this out once and for all. You know, I feel sorry for the dinosaurs to refer to them as dinosaurs, but that's exactly what they are. unevolved, never going to evolve. Gone. Gone.
Oh, Natasha, Qashqai's I have never been so comfortable in a car. And we've had 6.
Want me to go? We've had 2 Nissan Micras. We've had Honda Jazz. Driven a couple of other cars, but not owned. So like a Mercedes A-Class. Rona the Rio, of course. Kia Rio. And then Quentin the Qashqai.
He's amazing. I love him so much.
Brilliant.
And you can get him at a good price these days. 7-seater, 4.5 grand.
Very popular vehicle. Right, as always.
Cheers, V. So V got the cheese for anyone who's not reading from V-Bite's website. Cheers, V. Thanks, love.
Nice one. Yeah, I was just about to say the chat is, as often is the case, thick and fast. Ooh. If we've missed anything, because I know there's been a few questions and a few comments related to different stuff. If we've missed anything, we will segue, as we always do, after we've stuffed our faces.
The Higgidy sweet potato and katsu lattices are lovely.
I'm not tried one yet. No. Give it a try. These were £3 with the club card.
Clear them out vegan, of course.
Yeah.
Nice sweet katsu taste.
Well, that is so true, Athena. And I was thinking this the other day. I think because I'm not plugging them because they don't really need a plug. They're absolutely huge and known all over the world. But we watch a lot of Yes Theory. And Yes Theory go to some really obscure places in the world. But the one consistent thing that we find, wherever you go in the world, people are empathic, loving. They want to meet other people from other parts of the world. They welcome you with open arms. They show nothing.
Especially babushkas in Eastern Europe.
Yeah. They show nothing but love and affection and appreciation and respect. And that is the majority. That is the majority of people. I firmly believe that. I really do. Oh, Will, no way. My sister's old micro wouldn't start if it was raining. Oh, I loved our Nissan Micros. I loved them both, particularly the second one because it had a sunroof. The old K11 Nissan Micro, they're great. They are great. They're hard to get hold of now because they're really old cars, but they're wonderful little. We did like our Pink Triangle Theatre tour of Essex, didn't we? In the Micro with a
roof. The second Micro.
Yeah, with a roof box on top. Yeah. I bet it was, Ashley. Oh, Scott, that's cool. My granddad used to have a rusty old Ford Escort. It was called.
Why don't you just show it?
Dirty Gertie. Nice. Oh. This is lovely. This was perfect, by the way. Absolutely perfect. The potato salad's lovely as well.
Isn't it nice?
Really nice. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't cook the potatoes for any longer.
Yeah. That's funny what Holly's just written. My guitar player husband Chris is watching over my shoulder and I pointed to Jason and told him he also plays. Chris said, "Which one cooks?" And I pointed out to Paul and he said, "Oh, so they're us." That's brilliant. Love that, Holly. Love that.
Tell him to check out the Vegan Queens video because Jason's performing on there with his guitar. Aren't you?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Tony. And I don't want to shy away from that. We don't generally shy away from awkward questions. But to be perfectly honest, we've been together so long So Tony says, you guys always seem to get on so well. What does a row look like in the TVG house? I love that you said you've written row as well. What's your secret for resolving disputes?
I'm not going to lie and say we don't argue, because we do.
We do argue.
But we move on from them rather quickly because we've learned over the years that they're pointless. So,
yeah.
You know, sometimes we have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Mostly Jason apologizes when he finds out I'm right.
I'll say no more. The look said enough. It's rare. It does happen, like Paul said, on occasion. But usually, I can't speak for Paul, but for me, if I'm really, really honest, 9 times out of 10, I can trace it back to me being annoyed about something else or just being not in a good place at all. But thankfully, we know each other well enough now for me to be able to just say to Paul, I'm actually really struggling at the moment. Like the last day, the last couple of days, like I'm not in a good place at all, or vice versa. I think we do understand each other pretty well at this point, don't we?
27 years, man.
Mm-hmm. Going back to what we were chatting about before, Athena, yeah, I'm still getting used to Quentin, the Qashqai, to be honest, in terms of the size.
Oh, he's very posh.
In comparison to Kia Rio, it's quite a jump.
Might have a bit more wine, good sir.
Absolutely.
Have we got up 200 likes yet? We can't see because we're on stream now.
We've got no idea, have we? There you go.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, Dorcas made those Canarian potatoes last weekend.
Dip them in red pepper sauce called Avar. Is the J silent, Dorcas? Or is it called Ajvar?
Lovely, lovely. Loving this. I need a little bit more of this sauce, I think.
If you saw the latest one, David, we explained exactly what we were doing at the beginning of that video. Said it was a new mini-series of top 10 items from our perspective from each supermarket, starting with Asda.
There you go. Simple as.
Oh, with the J, so Ajvar. What's the origin of that one, Dorcas? Where's that from? Only 24 likes with 146 people watching. Come on.
Come on. I mean, I know we're just sitting here stuffing our faces, but...
Yeah, but if you're not enjoying it, why are you watching? You know what I mean? And if you are enjoying it, please give us a like, because it helps.
It genuinely helps, and it's the main and only reason that we ask. Is it's all to do with the YouTube algorithm. Generally, people who have never come across us before will find us through doing a live stream, and a lot of that is thanks to the thumbs up that happen whilst we're doing the live stream. So yeah, we don't harp on about it too much, but you know, it genuinely helps, and it takes seconds. Well, Serenity says 91. Oh, that's a little bit more respectable, isn't it? Thank you, one and all.
Serenity said 91 before.
I know.
Tony said 24.
I know.
Are you watching earlier, Tony?
Oh, maybe.
Because that happens sometimes when you're watching a live. Adam, no, we're not going to Fars next weekend. We really wanted to, but the girls have got a local pride on the Saturday night, and it's on the Sunday, so it's already going to be. It's a pride that we do every year. 11 June, it's lovely, but we're always on really late. So we're usually on about 10, half 10, sometimes at 11 o'clock. So we don't get home until about 1 in the morning. And I don't want Jason to be driving for so many hours in a day.
Oh, Natalie, thank you. Thank you for your lovely words. And it's appreciated, it is.
I'm glad you feel a bit better, love.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Natalie. You have to get to a point sometimes where you're like, I can't let this get me down anymore. I can be aware of it. I'm aware of what's happening. I was WhatsApping Stuart before because Stuart's in Liverpool, and I was like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And they're not in Liverpool at the moment. They're in somewhere else where the riots are also happening. I think that as long as we just watch out for each other and we talk openly about how we feel about things, it's not nice at the moment. It's really not nice, but you're nice. And we never forget that.
Yeah.
You're nice.
Yeah.
We're nice. Everyone in this chat, apart from the occasional fool that gets through, is nice. Yeah. We outweigh the bad.
And don't, you know, we've mentioned this before. All this BS that people put out there is it's like niceness is often mistaken for weakness.
Mm-hmm.
That's BS. I'll go to war with anybody for our freedoms and the freedoms of animals in a heartbeat. Absolutely. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I will stand up and I will be counted 100%.
You go fight your ass.
I just won't tolerate and argue with idiots. I just ain't got time for it. Like I said, they're old school. They're not part of this evolution, this journey that we're on as a species. We will get there eventually if we don't wipe ourselves out first. We will get there. We have it within us all to get to that new place of being where we can, and I don't want to sound all culty or religious or anything, because it's not about that. It's about us coming together as a society and breaking down those barriers and those things that divide us and not being manipulated and controlled by, let's be honest, power-hungry men who want to keep hold of their power and their money, and they do that by dividing us. It's where the term divide and conquer comes from.
I'm going to say this about men, because obviously I love men. I'm a gay man. And I'm married to a man. I love men. And there's a little bit of me that feels sorry for men. Hear me out. Because there are some of them that are finding it very difficult to acknowledge that although they've had superiority for so many years, centuries in fact, and that now women are getting an equal footing slowly but surely, they're having to go, oh, I'm going to need to step back a bit. And some of them are finding it really difficult. But they'll get there. They'll get there and they'll realise that actually takes a lot of strength. So you remain strong, even stronger, because you learn to step back. And as soon as they get that and they do it, but you know, we have been the dominant sex. I won't say gender because gender is a construct.
Yeah. Also, we have surpassed 100 likes, 100 thumbs up. Thank you all of yous for not just hitting thumbs up, but letting us know in the chat as well, because we have no idea because we're on StreamYard. But that is awesome.
Adam, you filthy, filthy man. That mojo picante had it on holiday several times. I wanted to cover Emma in it and eat it off. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded if you'd have asked nicely. She's your wife after all.
Nice, Adam. Nice. I don't know. I think it might have been David that asked earlier, and I've just remembered we haven't seen the new Deadpool film yet. The next, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I want to see it. I think it's going to be the last one. I've got a sneaking suspicion. I think it's going to be the last time that we see Hugh Jackman in that role. So I'm extra specially want to see the third and final Deadpool film. But to be honest with you, in terms of August, the film that we're the most excited to see is Alien Romulus.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just, I can already tell. I'm 99.9% sure it is going to rock.
David, of course, we're going to carry on with the general shopping vlogs. Just for now, we're going to be doing this series because there are huge shopping vlogs covering everything in every supermarket already existing in the playlist. And we invite you to go and have a look.
Ah, that's lovely, V. I want to highlight that because that's delightful to read and be aware of. Jens and I were at VCO with our daughters, first festival experience for the three of them, and they loved it. Especially, I'm pleased to say, the TVQ set. The girls insisted would return on the Sunday.
Oh,
that's delightful.
V, was one of your daughters the little girl whose dress I was coveting? Sorry, Gemini was coveting. Yeah, that was so cute.
Thanks, Mandy.
Oh, Craig, ajvar, 4 roasted red peppers, 1 charred aubergine, puree to a thick paste. Oh, that sounds beautiful, actually. You take the skins off after you've roasted them, do you? Or do you leave the charred skin on?
Serenity, it is a bit of a downer, isn't it? It is a bit of a downer. Yeah, thank you all for the thumbs up updates and the thumbs up themselves. It does genuinely help, honestly. It really does. Peter's in the house. Peter, hope you're good. And if you've watched our VCO highlights vlog and or the Vegan Queens one, I hope it wasn't too disheartening for you, because I know you really wanted to be at VCO this year. You know, you wasn't able to, which is completely understandable. You know, it's quite a journey for you to get over to Vegan Camp Out.
James, there was another troll. Let them have the little. Do you know if it gives them some kind? Because I think it gives them some kind of sexual kick.
Oh, they love it.
Look what I said to the vegan.
I've said some words.
Like, oh well, go and enjoy that feeling now, then, love. Bye bye.
Jog on.
Look after yourself.
It's an awful thing. I try not to say it very often, but I have found myself the last couple of days thinking it about the right-wing people and just people in general, trolls and stuff like that. It's a throwaway line, and it's not meant in a derogatory way, but it's just like, get a job.
Get a life.
Get a life. Do so. What are you contributing?
Peter, we really hope that we will be back at VCO 2025. I think that the success of the space we created this year will not be ignored.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Even the stage manager of that area, who normally only stage manages during the day, was there like throughout, not constantly, but he kept popping in. And on the last night, as we were about to close, he was dancing away with another staff member from VCO, having an amazing time, and just said, "This has been brilliant." And I was like, "Oh, we're going to do it next year." And he was like, "Of course you're going to get to do it next year." So, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey, without women, there ain't no earth. There's no people.
I think the other thing,
men, well, some men do give birth. Actually, after the transition,
picked up on that whole that word. That it's a really quite a powerful and really weighted word, and the word is expectation. And I feel it myself sometimes. I do, but I think we need to take that word expectation and we need to throw it out the window, because it's the blight of many people that they think about what others expect of them. And I think we need to try and kind of tackle that a little bit sometimes, because it can be really detrimental to our own growth as a person. Just my opinion.
Oh, V, that's lovely. You should, if you're there next year and Gemini does that again, stop her and grab a hug yourself. I'm very sad to be down to these picky bits now.
I know. I've right enjoyed this.
It's been lovely,
proper nice, yeah.
And it's taken us 50 minutes to eat it. That's good.
Yeah. Rather than
I like it when a meal really lasts me.
Yeah. Absolutely spot on.
We can't wait to see the next Deadpool either. Is anyone else just a little bit in love with Ryan Reynolds?
I'm not going to lie.
He seems like such a gorgeous human being.
I'm a little bit in love with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. I am. Hugh Jackman's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. And, you know, when I obviously discovering that he can sing and his voice. I know Ryan Reynolds can sing as well, but, you know, Hugh Jackman is, yeah. Can't wait to see it. And thoroughly.
When have you ever heard Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds was on The Masked Singer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he can sing.
You haven't had him, have you?
Oh, Adam, you'd love her. She's great.
Highlight the comment for a second.
Yeah. Is it fair to say, and please do feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, is it fair to say that Gemini is a little bit more mellow these days than she was maybe 5 to 10 years ago?
Yeah, but she'll still judge Adam for not seeing Yentl.
Yeah. Yeah. Julie's right. Both are gorgeous.
Oh.
Adam, you know what?
I've wanted to watch it.
I know.
Oh, Tony, sleep well, lovely. Look after yourself. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you being here.
Take care, Tony. All the best.
Oh.
Yeah, Adam, maybe at some point, mate. Maybe. There's so much stuff to watch at the moment. There's so much stuff. Like, you know, Umbrella Academy season's just dropped. We're 3 episodes into season 2 of Interview with a Vampire, which is chef's kiss.
BBC iPlayer.
It's so good. It's so good.
AMC in America, I believe. I think it's on AMC in America. I don't know where else in the rest of the world, but.
Oh, Peter.
Absolutely. Yeah. We saw out the video. She was incredible. And if you've watched the documentary, I Am Celine Dion, and seen what she was going through, and then seen that was like,
brought a tear to my eye.
The Queen is back and she's singing a song to us.
Yeah, she was absolutely outstanding. The woman is a force.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah.
Gojira. That means giant lizard in Japanese. Gojira, I think. That's where the name Godzilla comes from, but in Japanese it's Gojira. Gojira.
Tracy, I won't highlight that, but that's fabulous, by the way, in what you just said about
I don't see any Tracy there.
the daughter, Tracy and Leroy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That's bloody amazing. You know what I mean? Anybody that's in the chat, there's a DNA involved. DNA? Is it DNA? Is that like the same as a non-disclosure agreement? So is that the same
exactly
thing?
what it
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was. I just wanted to double check to be sure.
I think it's NDA, isn't it?
Non-disclosure agreement. Yeah, but that's incredible. Yeah, so cool. Oh, nice one, Peter. Yeah, I mean, it'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? In terms of the extra day.
Right, I'll shift these.
You shift that. I'll sort this.
Okay.
Bring us all in a little bit closer for a short while. Pour us some more wine.
Yeah, right. Oh,
And we will segue for a short while.
Some wash on these, so this bloody road remains a mystery. This sudden darkness fills the air. What are we running for?
There we go. There we go. Nice.
What's the wood?
It's right there.
Oh,
You can reach it, yeah.
Let's
Let's have a see what's going on in the chat. Dorcas, yes. Umbrella Academy, I know. It came out of nowhere. Ah, right. Nice one, Adam. Cheers. We weren't sure. Gojira were excellent at the Olympic ceremony. All the BS that came after it about devil worshipping. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
are they a metal band?
We saw it in the highlights. We saw the highlights reel of the opening ceremony before we watched the other dedicated video that was Celine Dion.
Right.
And there was a really hard rock sort of heavy metal band that were performing. There was flames going
So
on.
that's Gojira.
That was Gojira, yeah.
Is it Great Lizard? Is that where their name comes from? Because that is genuinely, it means Great Lizard. I said giant before. It's Great Lizard.
Great Lizard.
Gojira. Right. Have you watched the Amy Winehouse biopic? Not yet, David, but we plan to.
I don't know if I want to watch it, you know. I don't ever want to watch it. It feels like it's too soon. It probably isn't, but because it's been a while, but yeah, we'll probably end up watching it at some point. We probably will, to be fair. Craig, you're going to have to remind me. What did I say about remixing choices? What did I say I was going to do with it? Help me. I can't remember. Here's an interesting thing on that subject that I was thinking about earlier on. And to be honest with you, I've thought it a few times over the last few months. And maybe you can help me. There's still 116 in the house. Thanks, all of you, for sticking around.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to throw this out to you all and give me your honest opinions. If you're going to go and watch somebody perform their own original music, are you happy enough for it to be stripped right back to just a vocal and a guitar? Or would you prefer to feel the full musical experience of having drums and a bass guitar and all of that going on, and then the songwriter singing and playing the guitar at the front of the stage? Because I did think a little bit when I was at Vegan Camp Out, I was like, oh, you know, it would have been kind of nice to have had, you know, like the backing track for Choices, and I could have played along with Choices,
right,
with the full musical accompaniment rather than just guitar and vocals.
I think both are valid, but what you do have time to work on is backing tracks with the bits you can't do live, and then do the rest live.
Well, that's what I'm debating.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Peter, I didn't even know that Elliot had done a film called Close to You. Is it available now? And if so, where? And by the way, I loved Dead Name Actress, and I adore Elliot, and he's gorgeous.
Ah, Trish, thanks for the update. That's lovely. That's proper lovely. Thank you. 133 likes on the live stream.
What a Gojira activists about Vampire Jack? What's their activism? Quick question: why did the acts have to stop at 11 on the Sunday? Was it a condition of hiring the venue? Where all we know, V, is that we were told by the stage manager that it had to be Saturday night had to finish at midnight, and Sunday night had to finish at 11. Just had to, but then we didn't get it because we went back to the 10, and we could hear Slipshod until 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's something to do with the decibels, and whether Slipshod fall under the decibels, and they couldn't control the decibels where we were. But Slipshod was the only part to remain open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
After 12 on Saturday and after 11 on the Sunday.
Usually it's
we don't know. We just followed the rules that we were told by the stage manager.
That's all we could do. It's all we could do. Yeah. Which was a bit of a shame. But you know what? Thankfully, I mean, I do think it was nice that the audience kind of appreciated and respected that. Because I think 11 o'clock shut down on
Natalie had her dinner with us tonight and a couple of glasses of wine. Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to everybody.
Yeah, I think 11 o'clock shut off on a Sunday isn't great, but the audience were fully respectful and appreciative of that.
I know, and I can't believe we kind of managed to get that last song finished by 10:59. Do you remember I say it on the video? 10:59.
Yeah. That's what. Scroll back up a second. I was just reading what Will had written.
Sorry. Oh, okay. You wanna do that, do you?
Oh, Chris, that's a shame. Yeah, I wonder what that's that was all about.
I'll pop that up on the screen so you can see what we're talking about, guys. Hi, Linda from Australia.
Hi, Linda.
Hello from down under. Come to Australia.
Fuck it. I learn from the best. I don't claim any responsibility for what I just said. I was mirroring what I've often heard. I was parroting, some might say, merely parroting. Oh, it's all going off now, isn't it? All kinds of things in the chat. Ah, thank you, Natalie. I think it does ultimately just come down to personal taste, doesn't it? It really does. Some people like the full band experience. Some people are really happy to have the intimacy of just a person there singing and playing a guitar.
Limbe, I'm going to show your comment there, my darling. Although in the video of Southport, there were actually children throwing bricks.
Yeah, there were.
The police officers.
Yeah. Nice one. Thanks, Becky. Thanks, David. Peter.
Oh, David, what are you talking about there with, say, me and my best friend watched it? I'll pre-warn you about the ending scene. Oh, is that the Amy Winehouse film? Serenity is too greedy to ask for both.
Adam, yeah, I know, but things kind of changed a little bit, to be honest with you, because I originally planned to do 8 songs and I ended up doing 4 songs because honestly, the amount of karaoke slips that we got on the Saturday and the Sunday was phenomenal. And I'll be honest with you, I genuinely wanted to give other people the opportunity to be able to get up on the stage and do a song, because you know what, honestly, the karaoke at Vegan Campout, Mind and Body After Dark, was so phenomenal. There was so much love and support in the audience. People were singing along. It was such a vibe. It was so wholesome. Yeah, so I was happy to get up, do my 4 songs. I didn't, there was a couple of songs that I didn't do, but there'll be other opportunities. I'm going to be getting out there and doing more over the coming months. I'm going to be, you know, doing some gigs, doing some open mic nights, getting back into the swing of things, getting some recording done, all of that stuff, you know.
Tom says, evening chaps. Sat here demolishing a yellow stickered vegan pork pie instead of dieting. All mad for me for the next few days.
Bless you, Tom.
Yeah, I need to get back on it now, Tom. I gave up about 2 weeks before VCO. I was like, what's the point? Like, what is the point now in dieting? I'm going to go to VCO and I'm going to put weight on. Funnily enough, I didn't. I came home weighing exactly the same as I did when I left. But I'm not happy at this weight. I'm always happy around 72 kilograms. I'm 77 at the moment. So, yeah, I need to lose a good 10 pound, if not a little bit more.
Thanks, Ashley, and thanks, Harriet and Lewis. Really appreciate the input. Genuinely, really appreciate the input.
Flanny, that's true. Tom, listen to Flanny. Yellow stickered items have no calories.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, none at all.
Wow.
Well, yellow stickered, aren't they? They have to take the calories out before they put the yellow sticker on.
Of course. Of course. That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. We've actually, you know what, Wendy says was watching the swimming, awesome of evening. We've not watched a lot of the Olympics. I dipped in last night. What's really good about BBC iPlayer is you can kind of watch the highlights and the big stuff. So my go-to last night was watching the BMXing. Yeah, great. Loved it. Love the BMX. Love the gymnastics.
Nice to read that, Alex. I just popped it up on screen for a second. Dorcas, that might be the case. Did each stage have its own performance license, maybe?
Maybe. Will, thank you. Really appreciate that, and a really good point made in terms of being able to kind of potentially mix things up a little bit, have the intimacy, come a bit closer to the audience, then come back and kind of have, you know, a bit of a backing track and have a full band experience, kind of mix and match. Nice one. It's all food for thought. Oh, interesting, Peter. I was aware that they'd had Vegan Camp Out in Australia last year. I just assumed it was going to become an annual thing.
Oh, Natalie, we would have Dawn back in a heartbeat. Even though she pissed me off on our WhatsApp group. She knows that, though. We kind of sorted it out.
We moved past that.
Yeah. She got a bit needy in the WhatsApp group, and I was like, I've already answered all this. Because what a lot of people don't know is that this took months, and Stuart dealt with most of the applications from artists. So then we set up the WhatsApp group about 2 months before VCO, just so that we were all together. Okay, we're the host, you're the acts. Ollie was a part of that WhatsApp group as well. It was lovely. But yeah, we would have Dawn back in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cannot fault. David says yes, the Amy Winehouse film.
Right, yeah. Cheers, David. Cool.
Oh, Peter, that'd be incredible. I can't see it happening, but that would be incredible. Brian May and Adam Lambert at Vegan Camp Out. I think that'd cost a few quid, wouldn't it?
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Lord, Adam Lambert.
Mm.
Oh, nice one, Angela. I've only done one pantomime in my life. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, and I played Dame Nellie. It was the one and only time I played a dame. God, I loved it. Oh, I loved it. It was so good. And I got to sing It's Got to Be Perfect, and things can only get better. Brilliant. Good luck, my darling, anyway. I'm sure rehearsals will be a whole lot of fun and you'll have a great time. Pantos are wonderful things to do.
Natalie, I said similar. I was so impressed. But then I did also say that there are like professional karaoke singers out there. There are people who really enjoy getting up and doing karaoke, and they're pretty darn good at it as well.
Did the Queens manage to get Ashley on stage? No, she hid from us. Thank you, Natalie. That's a lovely thing to say. Yeah, well, I mean, the like Jason just said, some of the acts were brilliant. And I'm so glad that we bought the karaoke system that we did. It was quite expensive, but I think it was worth it.
Without a doubt.
Oh, Harriet and Lewis, he floored me too. Did you see me? I was behind the stage. I wasn't backstage in the dressing room. I was behind the stage at that point. When he took his kimono off and threw it to his partner, and then got the harmonica out, I was literally punching my asthma. It was just like, it's brilliant.
All
Barney,
planned. All planned.
Barney,
all planned. All part of the performance.
he was brilliant. We didn't plan it.
No, he planned it.
Right.
Yeah.
To make that clear.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Yeah.
Matty, how did you lose weight? Sickening.
You know what? I'll take a minute to go briefly back to the start of this evening's live stream. And a couple of people were talking about the whole kind of aliens, UFOs, and parallel dimensions and all that stuff. We've been fascinated by this stuff for years, watched a lot, done a lot of reading. I'm still not sure. Even now in 2024, I'm still not 100% sure where I stand on it and what my definitive kind of position is. It's constantly evolving, but I find it fascinating. I'll say that. Oh, was that his name? Barney?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Barney? Right,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Barney was awesome. Ashley, so true.
Oh yeah, actually, I sent twice over 2 nights. I sent her a text message from backstage. I would pay you good money if you get me wine. True story. Yeah, we sincerely hope. I can't see why we wouldn't be back next year, and I just really hope that we're back in the capacity we were this year, because I think that space was such a beautiful addition.
It was a vibe, wasn't it?
To Vegan Camp Out, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed it, and it was their chosen place to be of an evening. I think it would be a real shame to miss out on that.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, karaoke never loses its popularity. It just doesn't.
And when you've got such a warm, kind of inclusive space where people feel confident enough, do you know what I mean? It makes a big difference. It does. Makes a big difference. Yeah, Flanny, so true. Cave paintings with UFOs on, and even religious paintings. Going back to what Adam was talking about before about Skinwalker Ranch.
Ooh, can I tell you one of the things that really fascinates me about the past and keep seeing it. Has anyone seen these? From a lot of different cultures, actually, stone carvings of people, usually men, holding what look to be little handbags. Just a little handle and a little square. And then they have what looks to be like a tuning fork as well. That fascinates me. That I'm like, what was it?
Well, they all needed somewhere.
Was it just somewhere to put their bits?
Chips, snacks, you know, bits and things. Everyone's got bits and things they've got to carry around. Ah, well, you know what? With the whole Skinwalker Ranch thing, I think they are doing a little bit of milking it for all it's worth, to be honest, at this point. I could be proven wrong, and there has been some interesting stuff, but let's not forget that Bigelow Industries were there for many, many years and then just shut up shop, left, and kept everything a secret.
Julie, it might be mainly Egyptian ones, and I'm just like spreading it further than it needs to go, but those little handbags, what are they? What are they?
And to highlight that, Natalie, that is a lovely thing. And I totally agree, by the way, and I'm not biased. I just kind of, we felt it. We felt that vibe. We felt that energy.
Except for about an hour on the Sunday night.
Yeah.
When I was absolutely gutted. My groin was killing me. The karaoke wasn't working. Gem and I just had to go pop backstage just for a little while and just get her bearings and then Ollie came and rescued the day with his computer.
Yeah.
Dorcas, toasting fork and a loaf of mother's pride. Imagine if it was.
Fantastic. Vampire Jack, yeah. Anunnaki.
Flanny, we're at a Greg's back.
They do, Will. They absolutely do. They love it, though, don't they? They love it. I'm just like, just get, for the money they've spent in the time they've been there, and they're all very rich people, aren't they? And particularly the main guy, that's the head of the whole thing.
Julie, why would they carry them round? Like, why would it be deemed important enough to be carved in stone? Like, they're walking around doing the daily business with a bag of spice. I don't know. It's very interesting anyway.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
I think a toasting fork and a loaf, like Dorcas.
It's fascinating stuff. It's all fascinating stuff. The latest one, just going on the subject of the pyramids and Egypt and all that, all those shenanigans. The latest that I've read up on the pyramids now from the scientists is that actually the Nile used to have used to split off, and there was a separate, very, very wide river that they've recently discovered. And now they are hypothesizing that they floated the 40-ton rocks. And that's how they built the pyramids. That the river was actually a lot closer. So it's all very interesting, isn't it?
It could have been Egyptian Birkin bag. Do you know what a Birkin is?
No.
It's a pubic wig.
Oh, nice.
I'm right answer. That's a Birkin. A pubic wig. A wig for the pubic area. Am I correct?
Cheers, Adam. Yeah, who is it we've been watching of late on YouTube that we've quite enjoyed?
Vampire Jack, absolutely. In fact, all of the waves at the side of the Sphinx are water damage. That's been proven by science. And yet.
The Y-Files. That's who we've been watching.
AJ
and the Y-Files. The Y-Files.
And Hecklefish.
Really good. I think we have mentioned the Y-Files before and Hecklefish, but definitely worth checking out. Sindessa. Is that Sindessa? Yeah, Sindessa. Thank you, Sindessa. Random comment here. As a new subscriber and new vegan, I want to thank you both for helping me navigate the minefield that is grocery shopping.
You are more than welcome, and I'm glad we've helped. Yes. Cheers, love. Thank you so much.
Yes. Bag for life. David. Well done, David. I think you're right there. I think you're right.
Spare pair of knickers,
Mm-hmm.
condom, backy.
Spare shoes. You know, for going up into mountains. You need special shoes for going up into mountains.
Oh, Flanny. But how did you get the stone through the narrow passageways? I want you to go and research that, find out, come back and tell us.
Limby, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Limby, what are you talking about? Why? At what point did I say Southport was Liverpool? You don't have to unsubscribe. You're banned and deleted. Goodbye.
Simple as.
People try not to talk crap because I will block you. I'm just. It's like the state of the world at the moment, and what's she talking about? At what point did I say Southport is Liverpool?
Alex,
Pathetic.
I've seen a lot of William Shatner doing that kind of unexplained mystery stuff, and I kind of love it and I kind of hate it. It's kind of it. I think you've got to be a real appreciator of William Shatner.
Yeah, we've seen bits.
Yeah,
of it, haven't we?
Yeah, but I do like some of the stuff. I mean, I think what's he called? I've forgotten the Frakes. Jonathan Frakes has done similar. There's quite a few actors that have done those kind of mysterious circumstances, unexplained mysteries type shows, and they're generally quite light-hearted and fun, and I do appreciate them for what they are. Ooh. Yes,
yeah, the Y-Files.
The Y-Files. AJ.
Right, we'll carry on in a minute. Let me just make something very clear, because Limby's just really pissed me off, and will never be welcomed back on this channel. No idea what she was ranting about, but it's been very clear. If anyone's watched the news, there are riots happening everywhere. Southport, Liverpool, Sunderland, Manchester,
Blackpool,
all over the UK at the moment. So
yeah,
no idea what Limby was talking about, but that kind of regional aggression is never welcome on this channel.
No.
What you've done there is created bullshit, accused me of something. Like, I don't even know what you were talking about, but I'm glad you're gone. Please never come back.
No, I think the word is it was accusatory.
Yeah.
It was accusatory.
Yeah.
And aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be aggressive back. Fuck off. Don't come back. Every comment you've ever made on this channel is now deleted because I've blocked you.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just, when, like, there's enough in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get subscribers being like...
Yeah, I know.
Pathetic.
I know. Matty, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Yeah, we've never been.
What do you think of the new venue for VCO? I do not know. In writing, it sounds wonderful. But of course, having never been there, I couldn't comment on it. I really hope it works out and it's everything that everybody wants. I know that the team have really struggled and come up against a lot of negativity for their choices of venues over the years. Some of it justified to a point, some of it less so.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I think Jordan and the whole team, it's not just Jordan, it's a whole team of people that work on putting Vegan Camp Out together. I think it's just that Jordan often ends up getting the brunt of questions, accusations, flack, just in general. But it's a whole team of people that put Vegan Camp Out together, and they literally visit like a couple of hundred sites to try and find the most ethical, the most suitable and appropriate.
Here's the thing, there's always people going to attack where they are, always. And there's some in particular who run some rather well-known vegan businesses who for some reason have a bee up their arse about Vegan Camp Out. And I would invite you to join the Vegan Camp Out group on Facebook and check out the details of that for yourself. Yeah. Not written by Vegan Camp Out, but by somebody else.
Yeah,
who has seen it happen, is very aware of it. I'm not going to mention it on this channel but I will tell you where to find it. Oh, Sally Solway, really excited about Long Legs. And we watched A Quiet Place Day 1 a few nights ago. That is a good film.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. Yes, Will. Absolutely. Bloomingly. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I think it is sometimes as well? And I am mindful that I've had a couple of glasses of wine now. We're going to wrap things up soon, fairly soon. But you know what I think it is sometimes? I think I take for granted, particularly with people who go to the effort of joining us on a live stream. And we're sat in our home and we're connecting with all you beautiful people. I sometimes make the mistake of thinking that you all know us really, really, really well, like friends. And I have to.
I think most of them do.
I know. I have to remember sometimes, though, that there's some people who don't, and their comments reflect that. Yeah.
Craigie writes, I do need a hug, and as soon as we get off here, I will have the longest hug from my lovely husband, as always, and that will make everything right again.
Nice
but
one.
Yeah, people bother me. People bother me. Long Legs, however, does look great. The actress, who's the same lead actress that was in It Follows, which is one of our favourite horror films, she's brilliant. She's brilliant. So I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, definitely. So I suppose the thing is, it's been, as is often the case with our live streams, and particularly when we've done eating, we are often an open book. We don't hide much stuff. If the world is getting to us and it's affecting us and it's impacting us, we're not just going to lock ourselves away and be like, we ain't going to do a live stream tonight. We're going to be like, well, let's do a live stream and let's just be honest and open and tell people how we're feeling and what we're being impacted by. So we kind of said it earlier on in the live stream tonight, came back from vegan camp out, probably a little bit more sensitive than we would be, as anybody would be coming back from a festival like that. Then coming back to all this hate in the world, it's not nice. So yeah, I think that the live stream tonight and the kind of roller coaster nature of it is a reflection of that, really. But appreciate you all sticking around and the thumbs up and all that stuff.
Tracy, that's the one with Ryan Reynolds, isn't it? Where he plays a murderer and they set up a trap to catch him. He takes his daughter to a concert. Is it Ryan Reynolds?
It's not Ryan Reynolds.
Who is it?
It's 30 Days of Night.
Oh, I can't remember his bloody name.
Josh Hartnett.
Yes, you well done, love. Just as Tracy wrote it, Josh Hartnett. Yeah,
I didn't see that, Tracy. I used my brain. It's rare. Sometimes I'm sat there, sometimes on the settee in the living room. I'm like, I'm not going to Google it. I'm going to try to use my brain and actually get the synapses firing. And
Tracy, I don't know why M. Night Shyamalan, as we call him.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan has taken flack because some of his movies have been brilliant. I even liked Old.
Yeah, we did enjoy that, didn't we? Yeah. People like to
Adam says,
have a go.
I'm finally going to watch it. Well, no, I'm finally going to watch Smile Tonight. It's on Netflix with the lights off because I'm a big boy now and I don't get scared.
Good on you, Adam. Good on you, mate. Yeah. It's all good, Vampire Jack. It's all good. Do you know what I mean? I can't cope with it sometimes. And I think we all feel the same.
Tom, the only issue with Long Legs for me is Nicolas Cage. He's just so Nicolas Cage.
It's true. It's true. Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage, and there's no getting away from it, is there? In every single film. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a not so good thing.
Oh, thank you, Athena. That's lovely, my darling.
And thank you,
I'm just
Natalie.
going to flash it up because people, you know. Oh, and Natalie. You're all so bloody lovely. Thanks, loves.
Like attracts like for the most part. And I do, you know, I believe that, and I think it's a good thing. But going back to what I was saying earlier as well, we've got to get past all this stuff, haven't we?
Harry and Lewis, exactly that. It's always hard coming back from VCO, but in particular at the moment, because there's so much crap going on. Yeah. Right, let's
shall we?
Yeah, we'll start bringing this to a close now, because we haven't watched our DS9 for the night yet, have we?
Or episode 5 of Interview the Vampire?
No, 4. Yeah, we watched one, then I don't know.
We watched 2 last night.
We did, but I think we watched 1 the first night. What does Yentle sound like in a Brumby accent? Just did it for you. Yentle. Oh, I love Yentle, I do.
You'll have to catch up, Wendy, but thank you for being here. David, thanks for the update on the thumbs up. That is gratefully appreciated. Genuinely, it helps.
Right, my loves. Done an hour and a half. Hey, thank you for being here with us tonight. Much appreciated. I would apologise for my little outbursts, but I'd be apologising for being me, and I'll never apologise for that. Yeah, some people come along and piss you off, and I react. Yeah, that's it.
Thankfully, most of you get us. You understand us. You know, we don't beat around the bush. We don't pretend to be something that we're not. And that's not meant as a disparaging comment and as if we're kind of saying like everybody on social media and everybody on YouTube's fake. That is simply not the case. But I do think that we break the mold slightly in being considerably real. With what we do for the most part. You know, I actually cringe. Somebody at work a few months ago was like, oh, I found you. I noticed you've got a YouTube channel with your husband. And I was like, oh, yeah. Did you not know? And they're like, yeah. Oh, so you're an influencer. And I actually I cringed as somebody referring to me as an influencer. I don't like that word.
No.
I don't like that word at all. I really don't. But we keep it real. Thankfully, most of yous, if not all of yous, appreciate it. And most of you have stuck around for the live, which is always appreciated.
Yes, so thank you so much for joining us this evening. Our next live will be next Friday, 9 p.m. in the lounge. Very chilled out, maybe a little bit of music from Jason. For those of you who've been in the chat tonight who saw us at VCO and enjoyed what we did, thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody, all of our subscribers and our patrons and our channel members and our friends and all of our subscribers and this wonderful community. Thank you for being with us. We always really appreciate it. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Night, loves.